All right, welcome back. Justin here from Pragmatic Works. And we're going to be discussing one of the X iterators. An X function is known as an iterator. So concatenate X is one that we are going to use as a measure, whereas most of these other text functions, I've been making columns. But here's what it does. Concatenate X concatenates a column of values with a delimiter. The syntax is concatenate X, followed by a table or virtual table, an expression, and an optional delimiter. The return is a concatenated string of text. Really, it'll look like a list, like our example here. Laptop, comma, space, mouse, comma, space, monitor. The concatenate X function concatenates the results of an expression evaluated for each row in a table. It is used to concatenate or join together text values from a table or table expression, optionally with a delimiter, and optionally sorting the values before concatenation. A real-world scenario might be something like this. In a customer relationship dashboard, you might want to display a list of all distinct items purchased by each customer. This helps account managers quickly see buying patterns or prepare personalized marketing offers. So it allows you to see your data. And in fact, this is the example that I'm going to use. We're going to create a list of products purchased by a customer, allowing us to see some insights into the buying patterns of, in this case, by customer. So let's head over to our Power BI report. All right, here we are in our Power BI report, and we are on the Concatenate X tab. Let's see if we can go over to our table view first and take a look at our demo data set. The product list here is what I'd like to focus on. That's where I'll be pulling items from to list out. Concatenate X is going to work as an iterator. If you're familiar with if you've watched our other DAX guides, you might be familiar with min X or max X or sum X. These are iterator functions, so they work a little bit differently than simply making a column. But what I'm going to do is make a measure on the measure table, new measure, or you can click on new measure at the top. I'm going to call this products, but I'm going to keep concatenate X in my title of my column. So concatenate X here, and then I'm going to choose concatenate X from my function list. Concatenate X works in conjunction with other functions very, very well. And in this case, I'm going to use values because I want to create basically a virtual table that it iterates over. In this case, I'm going to look for my product list column. Okay, so I found that. I'm done with the values function, so I'm going to close that one off. And then give Power BI what it needs next, which is an expression. So I've already identified a table. Now I need an expression, which in this case is going to be the same thing. It's going to be the product list. The product list followed by my delimiter. I want to see the product followed by a comma and a space. So I'll put that in quotation marks, comma, space. Don't forget the space. You can always add that in later if you want to. And the next thing I need to I can put the sort order, or I can give it another expression. And so I do want to identify one more. So I want a list of 3 here. And then I'll do my sort order, and my options here at the end of my row of DAX are ascending or descending. I could leave this blank and it won't sort, but this is an optional one. You can see that it's optional because it's in brackets here. All right, and I'm going to press escape just so I can see my DAX and read it back to myself. Do I want to sort ascending the products that are in the product list using the concatenate X function? So this is what I want to do. I should wind up, if I did this right, I should wind up with up to 3 per customer purchased. So let's hit enter and build a visual. We'll do a simple table here. And we'll go to our sample demo data set that we created. Now we could use the full name, the customer name that we concatenated earlier, right? We could put this into our visual, and then let's add in that products concatenate X. Okay, so what happened here is that it worked. That John Doe did in fact purchase apples, bananas, and oranges, even if they were at different times. And we can also see, we can double check that all of our total is all of our products, and we can see that they're all listed here. But when we filter by row, in this case by customer name, we get that list nicely formatted for us from the CONCATENATEX function, because it's iterating over the whole table, looking for what did this person purchase, and it's inserting the delimiter. So that's the CONCATENATEX function, and I'll see you in the next module.